You are now entering the All right, 2024 is here. We're back with our first podcast of 2024.
First one?
Yeah.
Wow.
With Jake from TROXELL.
You like that joke, and Mike Elio likes that joke.
Gotta write it, man. Take it over.
He tells that to everyone he sees.
The old Jake effed it up.
I'll tell you what, yeah. I know, he's gone.
What happened to him? It was something weird, right?
I think he got like a DUI.
Yeah, and they were like, "This is over."
Can't do that in the insurance business.
Especially when you're like the representative of your company.
For the biggest insurance company.
No, welcome, Jake.
Thank you, man.
Rourke, with TROXELL, but the president of Local First.
Yes, sir.
What we're here to talk about today.
Exciting.
Yeah.
We're ready to kick off the year.
That's right. Been going good, though.
Yeah, it's been going really well. It's been good working with Ootbox.
Yeah.
You know, we got a bunch of new people on the board, so that's good. It's always good to bring in new energy. You know, people who own local businesses, work for local businesses, kind of bring in new ideas. But I think the biggest thing is the social media has been great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
the videos
that.
are awesome. And
well, obviously, local is an important thing, especially in today's climate.
Absolutely. You know, and I think that's really what we're trying to do is keep that local in people's minds. I think for local business owners, sometimes it's what we think about all the time, but for the people in the community, it's easy to forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's easy to just go to Walmart or Amazon.
I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah, I mean, we all are to some degree, but you know, the biggest thing is when you can, when it's feasible for you, when it's available local, get it local.
Yeah.
You know, there's not everything can be, but if you can keep that in the forefront, you know, restaurants especially, that's an easy one. There's a ton of local restaurants.
For sure.
You know, just support those.
That we always do. We eat out too much, probably.
Yeah, I know, same. But it's for me, you know, especially being in the insurance world. You know, I go to restaurants that I insure, and not just me, but TROXELL.
Mm-hmm.
And we do insure a lot of restaurants, so it's easy to do, but it's also, you know, I'm conscious of it.
Yeah.
We don't insure that place. You know, we're going to, or it's not a Local First member. We're not going there. We're going here.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's forefront for me, but I don't think it is for everybody all the time. So I think that's, for me, one of the big goals for us is just keeping it in people's minds. Hey, think local, think local.
Definitely. No, I agree. And I think the huge thing is, you know, it keeps the money local.
Right.
You know what I mean? So ideally, if we can just keep that full circle.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too. And I think we've made posts about that, how much of your dollar stays local when you actually shop local. And it's a good amount of it. You know, it definitely matters. And it's such a big effect. I mean, it's a little thing to go, you know, to a local shop or go to a local restaurant, but it makes a big impact if we all do it.
Yeah.
It keep those things going, and not be overrun by, you know, big
For
chains.
sure. Yeah, and I think one of the challenges, you know, obviously this doesn't apply as much to restaurants, but like local stores, is figuring out a way to offer that convenience that people get, you know, from Amazon or whatever it may be, Walmart. You know, if they could figure out how to sell something online or do something to where it makes it a little bit more convenient.
Yeah,
you know?
I think having a good website that does make a difference, because a lot of people like to sit on their couch and at least look at. Let me just
in the
check
moment,
this out. Yeah.
You know, you're like sitting there, you're like, oh, you know, especially with like Christmas shopping or something. It's like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me. You know what I mean? You just want to get it done. And it's
exactly.
Because I know me, like I'll have something I want to get or buy, and then I'll forget about it, or like, dang, I should have done that, or I'll procrastinate on getting it. And it's like, damn it, I should have just done it in the moment.
Yeah, but like even like you know, my wife and I just bought a new house, and we're going to go look at some flooring, and we'll look at stuff online and to get an idea of what we want. But I want to go see it in person.
Sure.
I want to go to Kim Staff's. I want to go to Arizona Tile and go. Let me see what it looks like up close. Yeah. But I do want to go.
And you get that recommendation and that personal touch. But that's the problem that I hate, and why I've been trying to switch my mindset more to like not get something on Amazon, because like you lose. Also, there's a convenience to it being here, to being able to go get it right then and there. Like, like especially at work here, like there's not many places that have like camera equipment. So
Right.
when Crev Core, even though they're not local,
Yeah.
but when they were over there by Walmart, like that was really nice for us having
Right.
that here in town. And there was several times where I needed something last minute and I could go grab
Yeah.
it there that nobody else
and
has.
you might be able to go check it out first. I
Right.
mean, you're buying an
Hold
expensive
it,
piece of
check it
equipment
out.
that you've never used before.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how it works, see if I'm going to like it before I spend a bunch of money and it just shows up and that's what you got.
For sure.
You know, so that's a big deal. And you know, it's hard to know, you know, what can you buy local? You know, I'm putting up like a TV mount in my house, you know. I don't necessarily, off the top head, you know, who could I buy that from local? Sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah.
So things like that, you know, if you do have something that's unique, it'd be good if you can get on Local First, and you know, we can share your information. That way people know, oh, I can get that local. I didn't know I could.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had to go to Best Buy or Amazon
Help spread
to
that
order that.
awareness.
So things like that, you know, that we can help spread that. Yeah, that helps.
Well, and something like, you know, there's a lot of companies that maybe like can't spend a good amount of money on their marketing like they need to.
Right.
And even thinking like, oh, you know, and I've said to them too before, like, well, at least join like Local First or something, because then you at least get some exposure,
right?
And, you know, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a good starting point. You know, because when you're real small, just starting out, or whatever it is, maybe you're like, I just can't find this in the budget right now. But then, you know, we do a spotlight or we put your information out there, and it catches traction. You know, some of those videos we're putting out are getting, you know, over 2,000 views. You know, you're going to get some traction for that. You know, I'll pop into those businesses a couple days later and go, hey, you know, what do you think? What was the one we did? Wealthy Juice.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, we definitely saw an uptick of people.
Nice.
And then, you know, you get a bunch of repeat customers. It has a long-term effect. And I think at the end of the day, if you can understand that it's going to have that, it's not going to happen overnight for you. But if you can, you know, pay for an box and get them involved, it's going to take time, but it's definitely going to you're going to get your money back and then some.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, we've had a lot of fun doing those videos. Actually, you know, Ryan here that's running this right now has been working on those with Madison, and it's been nice getting in front of more local companies than we even work with already, you know,
right?
And getting that message out there for them.
Absolutely.
I think one of the other benefits too, like just sharing like events and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You know, we have right around 200 members, but some of them, you know, don't really need that spotlight. They're big companies. They're, you know, getting customers and they're growing, or they don't, you know, have a big social media, but they want to come to events. Mm-hmm. You know, it's something different for everybody. Some people like coming to events. Some people like to see the social media stuff. Some people want the post, want us to share stuff. But other people just want to come connect. You know, our big one coming up, January 31st at Staff Carpet.
That'll be good.
That's going to be a great one. And I encourage people to come out to that. Even if you're not a member, this is like a new member meeting as well. So it's like, come out, just meet people. If you like it, you can join right then. But you'll get a good feel for what we are. And we usually have a very good turnout for that one.
Yeah. January 31st.
January 31st, 5 to 7, I want to say, at Staff Carpet.
Perfect. Yeah. So that one's like a new member drive.
It's a new member drive, so that's what it's all about. You know, we encourage all of our members. Our board members are really pushing for it. Invite someone that, you know, is not a member now and just say, hey, just come check it out. Mm-hmm. There's no pressure. We'll have a table there on the side. If you want to join, then you can. It's $175 a year. You know, that's worth. We'll do a welcome shout out for you. You know, I think that's worth $175 right there.
Yeah.
Because we have over 6,000 followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we have Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. So that alone's worth the money. And going to the events and you might meet somebody. You know, we have people now. They go there, they meet someone. Now they're collabing with them on something. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, and I mean, to speak to it just from our point of view, like we've been members of Local First, and an opportunity arose to work with you guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And no, I definitely like the events. That's nice to, it's a nice networking thing.
Yeah.
New member drive will be good.
Yeah. It's tough too to get. We're always trying to figure out the right mix of, events and learning, events versus social events. Just getting a good mix because everyone's so busy. There's, tons of different things you can go to. So trying to figure out what people really need and want.
Yeah.
That's kind of always evolving for us. The social ones are fun and they're after work, but then we try and do some stuff before work or our February event. We actually have the mayor coming.
Perfect.
And that's a morning one. And she's just going to come. I don't know exactly what she's going to talk about now. I'd assume it's everything that's going on with the city, all the changes. Probably talk about the Legacy Point stuff, what's going on out there. And so, but those are just kind of more informative, what's going on in the city. And like this month, it's the social one. It'll be fun.
How many events typically do you try to have a year?
We try and do around 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good number.
Something like that. Yeah, we've kind of done some pop-ups in the past at like we'll go to Mellow Cream and just do, hey, there's nothing to it. Just pop in. We'll be there hanging out, drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Come in, have a conversation, grab a cup of coffee, a donut. Come when you want, leave when you want. No, it's no pressure. Just kind of relaxing.
Yeah, and you talked about sharing like stuff like a shout out on the Facebook page or the social media pages and
on the Facebook. That's what my dad calls it.
I try to encourage that with our clients too, as far as like, can you find other businesses that you can kind of collaborate with?
Yeah.
That may have a large social media following to where it's mutually beneficial. Because if you have, Local First has 6,000 followers and then you become a member and now, you can, obviously if you don't, like, you can't share everything from everybody, but, every once in a while you guys will share, the shout out. And then if there's an event happening that someone's doing or something like that, you get some of that.
Yeah, we try and keep it to bigger announcements, but, if you're going to do, if it's an anniversary and you got an anniversary sale coming up, we'll do that. It's usually something big. We don't want to share just your everyday, hey, we got 5% off the store today, but because then people are going to get
flooded.
Yeah, just flooded with stuff. But big stuff, like I said, anniversaries are a big one, or if there's a big change, you got a new location, we're going to throw it out there, and that's, I think that's a big help, and it keeps things. People know when we post something. Usually, it's something important.
Yeah,
it's not just, hey, it's
BS.
Taco Tuesday over here or something.
Yeah, more to pay attention. It's something to pay attention to.
Sure, right. Yeah.
So what are some of the other benefits that people get? They when they join?
So what do you get?
They'll be getting on the website.
You get on the website, so we got a link. So we have all of our members on there, so you can work it on that. And it'll have a contact person. It'll have their website, their address on there. So you can kind of see, and then you can sort it by, hey, I'm looking for a restaurant, or I'm looking for an insurance agent, whatever. You can just click on that, or the financial advisor, and it shows you, okay, here are all the financial advisors. Here are all the restaurants that are members. And you can go check that out. Mm-hmm. What else do we have? I mean,
get your shout out.
You get your shout out on there. We'll do spotlights. We can't guarantee that for everybody, but we're trying to spread that out. I know, talking to Madison, we're going to try and do some more collabs on that.
Well,
so
it's something new, you know what I mean? So getting through people.
Sure. And so, but, maybe having 3 or 4 people or one company talking about a different company. That way you got 2 there. So, and again, if you're a member for 3 years, and in that 3 years you get a spotlight, a few shout outs, a few things we share for you, you spent, roughly $500 in those 3 years and it's worth it.
Yeah.
All that stuff's, you're going to get more than what you pay. And then it's like anything else though. And I tell people on the board this, you get out of it what you put into it.
For sure.
You can't just pay the $175. I mean, you can if you want. If you want to pay the $175 and you go, I just want to be a member because I support it.
Yeah.
We have people like that, and that's good. Your bigger companies like LRS, they don't need Local First, but they they pay for it and they do it because they believe in the cause. But if you really want to get a lot out of it, you got to show up to the events. You got to reach out to us with stuff. We can't see everything every day. So if you got something big, reach out to our Facebook, send us an email, whatever it is. Let us know it's coming up. We'll do our best. We want to help you guys. That's, we're a nonprofit. We are a volunteer board, so we all have full-time jobs. But we're trying to get to everything that we can, and the big stuff. Like I said, that's what we want to do for you.
Yeah.
But you got to get involved.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, I think there's so much stuff like that. That's just. You get out of it what you put in.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's
and that's the thing too. We can't be everything for everybody. We do hire out Oopbox, and you guys do a ton for us, but the rest of us are just volunteers. We're not sitting there all day,
right?
Trying to search through social media.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's
it's just a ton. It can take up a lot of time, but it's good. But like I said, if you come to us with stuff, if you're showing up, you're going to easily get your money's worth. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
So the event at Staff Carpet on January 31st. What about so at these events, a lot of times there's food and stuff like that. Can people sponsor the food or the event, or how does that typically work?
Absolutely. And we try so obviously it's at Staff, so we're doing some stuff with them, doing shout outs for them. But then if someone wants to do the food, I think at our end of the year in September, Brick House did the food. Mm-hmm. It was at LRS, so they kind of gave us the event space, and then Brick House did the food, and we had someone else sponsor the alcohol. And so we'll do shout outs for all those people and get your name out there. And so, we encourage people to try and, if you want to be involved with an event, even if you just want to do a small sponsorship on it, we'll throw your name out there. We'll get you on the post about the event. So that's
usually
another way to get involved.
At least a couple of posts that go up about it, 3 or 4 posts.
Yeah, 3 or 4 probably, yeah. And then we actually have, the invite on the event, and that comes out a couple weeks before the event. So you're going to get your name out there for doing something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be figuring out this website so everyone get more value out of that.
Yeah,
and,
I think that'll be a big
great,
thing.
But I think that'll be nice too.
Yeah, that's just one of those things that, again, we just each year we try and just push this thing a little bit more forward. So I think this year the big push was getting you guys and really increasing our social media presence.
Yeah.
I think at the end of this next year, probably going into 2025, hopefully the website's revamped, and that's another thing that's going to be an advantage. So I think we continue to, again, increase your value if you're a member, because I don't take lightly when people spend money. Mm-hmm. Same thing in the insurance world. People spend money, they need to get their value out of it. So I don't take it lightly. We want to do as much as we can for people. So just every little thing we can do. And I think the website will be a great thing next. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you on the board last year?
I was.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my fifth year, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to be the president, but I got thrown in there for it. And it's been a great experience, but yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. No. Well, it's nice. I mean, it's nice for you to do that. I mean, I've been on different boards and different things, and it's it seems easy enough to say, oh, yeah, I'll be on the board.
Right.
But, man, there's a lot of work that comes along with that stuff to make it successful and actually do it.
It takes a lot of commitment from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Stephanie Emerson, who does all of our events, I mean, she probably puts in as much commitment as anybody, maybe more, setting those up, getting with people who want to or are willing to sponsor it or have it at their place. And just coordinating it all. Mm-hmm. She does an amazing job, but it is time consuming and it's taxing on her because we're just like anybody else. She owns a small business. So any time taken away from her small business, just every business owner knows that's money to her. So she does a great job. So I want to give her a shout out on here. She does amazing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Who are some of the other board members?
See, this is where you're going to get me if I'm going to forget people. But so we have...
Let's go around the table.
Yeah, we have 12. So Stephanie Emerson, Sarah Lynn with so Stephanie Emerson at Emerson Press, Sarah Lynn, who's now at Central Illinois Security, Aaron Hogan, who's with Jane Hay Sales and Staging, Connor Cardiff, who's at Broad Gauge. I always want to say, I don't know, it's something different, but yeah, Broad Gauge. He's a financial advisor. You've got Justin Knadler at Bank of Springfield. You've got Jordan Stott, who's at Express Employment. You've got.
Did you say Cindy?
Cindy Davis. No, she's the immediate past president, and she's obviously at Resource One. I had one in my head, and I lost it there. Who's the? Sandra Wolf. She's
Sarah Lynn. You said her, I think.
Yep. And then Charles Long.
Andrew Pittman.
He's our treasurer.
Pulling it up here. I know it's hard to go around everybody. Yeah. Robert Frazier. Sorry, Robert. Aaron. Yeah. Well, you guys definitely got a good group.
Yeah, and we're trying to, I think that one of the big pushes that I'm trying to get is more. We have everyone there is pretty much works for a small business, but I'm trying to get more small business owners because it really that perspective is huge.
It's important.
We don't always. I'm not a business owner. Ping in sales, I kind of work for myself, but I don't have the extras of the employees,
right,
and the payroll and the insurance for all these people and all that stuff. I don't have to deal with that like a small business does. So I have a little perspective, but I don't have the full perspective of what they go through. And so to have some people on the board like that who go, this would be good to have.
Self-aware to try to get the people on the board and the people that are needed that can give that perspective where you might not quite have it.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a group effort, right?
I think, it does. And so we have a good mix of both because also some small business owners don't have the time.
Yeah.
And that's also tough to find people that have jobs where you can come to board meetings from 8 to 9. You can take an hour of your day and work on something. Not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
So you got to have a flexible job too.
Do you know how long Local First has been around?
I want to say since 2010. So maybe around 13 years.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to go look. I was looking at the LLC on the state website the other day, and I think it was around 2010 when it first started.
Because I'm trying to think when I started Ootbox, I think it was around.
No, yeah. When was that? 2016?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely around then. I want to say 2010.
Yeah.
It may be before that, but
who started it? Do you know?
I don't. I wish I did. I wish I could give them a shout out.
Get some.
When I came on, I want to say Cheryl Doherty was the president.
Okay.
And then Jeff Dillman was a president, and then Cindy. I can't remember who it was before Cheryl.
Yeah, we'll have to. Well, if we get the site update, we'll get some good history.
The history of it. I like that. That'll be good. I know. I was thinking about on my way over. I was like, he's going to ask me some stuff about this that I should know, and I'm not going to know.
Well, it's tough. we won't blame you. We won't attack you for it.
I appreciate it.
What other? Do we have anything else lined up for events as far as this year so far?
I brought it. The two I'm really focused on now is the 31st and then February 28th. The mayor and the chief of police are coming, so that's the next one I'm really focused on because that's really cool to get the mayor. We've had the mayor come to events in the past, but to have one that they're doing and
is the location set for that?
Yeah, it's at Polborn Chic.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is right there off Chatham Road.
Yeah,
heading into Chatham. What else do we have? Nothing else really set.
Some general stuff.
Yeah, I think we're going to do something at the new BOS office that they got finished up.
Nice.
But I don't think we have it set up yet.
It's a nice new lobby they got over there.
Yeah. And then maybe something at Ootbox. Maybe in September.
Yeah.
We're
down for that.
Yeah, we've got some things. Maybe do a breakfast at like Scoop du Jour or something like that. They're a good member.
Nice.
So yeah, the two right now are really just the January, February. It's hard to get much further out than that.
Yeah, I imagine could people reach out, whether it's social media or website or directly to people, and maybe if there's anything like members want to see or do, or like suggestions on that stuff.
That would be great. You can always reach out to our Facebook page, but then our email, which is info@localfirstspringfield.com, is what it is.
Okay.
You can always, I check that every day, so you can always send us an email on there. If you have any suggestions or want to do something, say, hey, I want to be involved with an event.
Yeah.
We'll make that work. Whether it's hosting it, doing some sort of sponsorship, even if you can't, pay for the whole thing or all the food. If you want to do a sponsorship and give us, $100, we'll do something for you, spotlight you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, always looking for suggestions. We're working on stuff now for an event with AI, which I think would be cool. We're just trying to get the right person who knows what they're talking about. I don't to talk about it. So
that's good. That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like you said, with all the different industries and stuff out there and challenges people have, like if the more feedback from members, the stuff they want to see, or a type of events or trainings or whatever that may be, that'd probably be nice to see.
Yeah. And it's something where we try and keep it where it's going to get value to the most people.
Yeah.
We can't go in on
specific,
just on running a marketing company. So we try and keep it more broad, just so everyone gets something out of it. But the AI stuff would be, everyone could use that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. HR stuff we've done, and
it's definitely affecting everyone's business.
Yeah. Yeah, one way or another. And if it's not, it should be. Mm-hmm. If it's not yours, it is around you, and you should be.
Yes, it is affecting it. You just don't know it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's probably where the boat I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. We're just signed up for some new software that we're about to be implementing, and actually right before we started doing this, I was going through that and looking at the different AI stuff that's built into it, which will be really cool.
I'm sure it affects your business a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of opportunity and ways to streamline stuff. But in all reality, man, a lot of businesses, ours, but it's crazy how it's affecting some businesses. And I
know people that use it a ton.
Yeah.
Responding to emails, use AI, things like that, where if it could
even like dumbing down, like I don't want to say dumbing down, but like you could tell it, like if you type out like a really long explanation, that's really, like, we deal with this a lot, like clients don't understand like different terms and stuff like that, but you could type something out and then be like, now say this like a fifth grader or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's these commands.
Yeah.
And then it'll reword everything to make it understand, make it really simple to understand.
Yeah, that's a good one. And sometimes in our business, I do that a lot. And then I go, does this make sense because it's very industry specific stuff that.
Yeah. And you're like, I don't know what that means. And you explain everything. So there's everything's like that. I know I deal with that when I talk to people all the time. Like, what does that mean?
Right.
Like, explain that. You know what I mean?
And then I catch myself going, I'm explaining this like they're an agent. And they're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
even little things like that, affect everybody. Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. But you're right, though, finding the right person to talk about it.
We've got some people working on it, trying to get someone to come in and do a breakfast or a online thing where you can just log into Facebook. We'll have a Facebook Live going and something like that. So
that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Someone could do that remotely then even.
Yeah. Yeah. We're trying to, I know Connor's working on someone that makes YouTube videos going over AI stuff.
Oh, really?
And he was trying to get her to do basically one that was specific to us.
Cool.
And talk to our members.
Huh.
So that would have been, still working on it.
Yeah.
And if we can't get her, we'll get somebody else.
Yeah. I think that's a good topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what members would like to see or hear about or learn about. That's, more general stuff that could apply to everybody.
Which we're open to. I mean, I don't have all the answers. Our board doesn't. So getting feedback is great. We're member run, whatever they want to see, we'll pivot and we'll go to that. Yeah. Especially if it's a lot of people saying the same thing. We'd love that.
Try to provide the most value.
Yeah.
What's the best way for people to join?
You go to the website. So if you go to our website, it asks you to join. It asks you a few questions that you have to answer correctly because there is some stuff about being local. It has to be Sangamon County. Decisions have to be made local. So we try and keep things that are not, Walmart can't join just because the manager works or lives here in town. He's local, but the company's not, right? Yeah. So there's a few questions on there to answer, and then you can sign up right there. You answer those 4 questions right. You sign up right there, and we'll send you an invoice, and you're good to go. We'll come out and meet you, get you your Local First sticker that you can put on your business, give you some other information on it, and then follow us on Facebook, and you'll see everything that's going on with us.
Nice.
And then we'll do a shout-out for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I did some digging, and I found out when it was founded.
What was it?
2008.
2008.
I was close.
Yeah, what'd you say, 10?
I said 2010.
Does it say who founded it?
Well, the first executive director was Bill McMahon, but it said it started in 2008, but this article was SGR in 2012. So.
Gotcha.
Bill McMahon.
To dig back. Did it say who Bill McMahon is?
It said the former workforce development specialist in the city of Chicago. So.
Huh.
He was the first.
2008.
Well, in Local First, I think that it is like you can go to a different city and they have a Local First.
Right.
I don't think it's something that was started in Springfield, but the Springfield one started in 2008.
So the first president was George Preckwinkle.
Preckwinkle.
That was the first president.
George Preckwinkle.
Of
Local First Springfield?
President of Local First Springfield and owner of Ace Hardware Store.
Oh,
president of Ace Hardware.
Yeah,
okay.
That makes sense. Ace, you go to any Ace, they have our sticker up. They'll put something on their video board.
Yeah, I was going to say they had it on their message center on their sign.
Yeah, so they're big supporters for sure.
I was eating at Steak and Shake right there.
Oh, you took that picture?
Yeah, I saw it on the sign. Yeah.
I went to Ace on Saturday. I was trying to get some stuff to keep my house warm. And they have the sticker up on the window.
Yeah, see, that's another one. I forget about Ace.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Just switch that mindset.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's not as easy as it sounds. I mean, it's not top of mind, where am I going to get this? It's what do I need and what's the most convenient way to get it, So
what do I need? Is there somewhere local? Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's never going to be as convenient as Amazon, I don't think, but again, you're going to get it right away.
Unless you need it the same day.
Exactly.
Then it's real.
Then it's a lot more. Amazon can't do
Again,
that.
that's the main thing, man. And that's why I'm like, I got to start trying to do this even more than I do because I hate when I need to get something and I can't get it that day if you need it for something or whatever it may be. It's like so frustrating.
And that's what's
funny,
funny,
do you
too.
remember Radio Shack?
Oh, yeah.
Like I used to go to Radio Shack all the time and get little random shit that I would need for some sort of electronics. And it's like, can't get any of that, anything like that hardly that Radio Shack had. They had all this weird little shit that you just can't get like local.
Right.
Which I understand. It's like not very often you need like a plug to, I don't know.
Well, that's what makes it hard is being able to sustain a business like that, competing against the other ones. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think, I don't know, but it's definitely tough to keep small businesses like that going. Like Ace Hardware, I'm sure that's a tough one. You have the big box shops here,
competing with Lowe's and
Lowe's and all that.
What's Menards? Are they?
They're not local.
They're not.
I mean, they might
don't
be
have
Illinois,
a lot of them, but
I think they're more of a Midwest. They're not Illinois, but they're definitely Midwest.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's for sure got to be tough.
But we all have that, you compete against big box places, I'm sure, and
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is fighting to keep things local. It definitely makes a difference, and I look at TROXELL and us fighting to continue to be local. We employ over 100 people.
Wow.
If we sold out to a large company, a lot of those jobs would just be gone
Yeah.
right away.
All the,
In the next 3 years, if we sold tomorrow, in 3 years, I would say 80 to 90% of those jobs would just be gone.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be local here to Springfield anymore.
Probably keep
You get
local
90
like
people out of-
salespeople
out of-
mostly. Or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
And even some of them would not
Probably.
be necessary. You don't need that many people. And now you've put 90 people out of work looking for a job.
Yeah. I mean, even in our industry, there's most people in our industry subcontract out work,
Yeah.
like the editing and the production side of stuff. You know what I mean? To people around the country, or maybe not even the country.
Yeah, around
you
the
know what I
world.
mean? I know. So ours is weird because you don't think about it as buying local when you work with us,
Right.
but you are buying
are.
local. Like we employ everybody. We do everything in house.
Yeah.
I know several businesses. Obviously, I'm not going to name anybody, but they use these services online where they're sending out video to India. And they're
And how many
editing
people
it.
do you employ here?
There are 11 of us. Yeah, 11
Yeah.
of us.
I mean, that's awesome. Having 11 people that employed
yeah.
at this small business, like it matters.
Yeah, and not only that, a couple of people have like moved here from other places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
bringing more people to the community. When,
Right.
A lot of people are moving out of Illinois.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It is tough. You have an intangible product like we do.
right.
It's not when I sell you something, you don't get anything. I mean,
Mhm.
you do, but it's not a physical thing that you get.
Right.
It's intangible, which is kind of hard to sometimes
Think
for
of
people to understand or see the value in it
yeah, or again, think of it as local.
as local. Yeah.
That's I think the thing is you just don't think of it as local, but yeah, again, if we're doing marketing for your small business, then you're shopping local, and we're
Yeah.
here. There's jobs here. The money stays. You know what I mean? Same
Yeah.
situation.
And I know this gets
Um,
said a lot, but we're the ones that are sponsoring all the events around town, all the non-for-profits. TROXELL sponsors all that stuff. Food Box sponsors stuff. You can't go to a Walmart and say, "Do you want to sponsor our local thing that's going on?" They're not going to
That's
do it.
very hard to do. Get a big company like
Yeah.
that to sponsor something.
And so
small.
people don't. It's hard for people to
That's a
to
good
not
point.
see that.
Yeah, that's
but
a good point.
those are the-
Because it is. If you go to like events,
Yeah.
the
Boys and
people that
Girls Club
sponsor it.
stuff and whatever it is.
I mean, there are some big companies that do a great job, like LRS and these different
Yeah.
ones, but they're
they're
local.
local,
Yeah.
though.
But yeah, no, that's a good point. I
Yeah.
really thought of that from that standpoint, because they're not making it easy for small businesses these days.
No, yeah, and that's the thing too.
Yeah.
Every dollar matters even more because
Yeah, it's more challenging than it's ever been. Yeah, it's frustrating. Well, that makes local first even more important, and supporting it more important. All help each other,
yeah,
I think, is the main thing. I feel like to get out
Yeah.
of that.
and that's. I mean, I think when you can feel like you can go to events and see people. Oh, you're going through the same thing I'm going through. I'm not alone in this. This struggle is not, just me.
Mm-hmm.
Other people are struggling with the same stuff. How can we help each other out?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it at the event at Express.
Yeah,
A lot of people started chiming in about what they're dealing with, and it seemed
Yeah.
like everybody was dealing with
right.
about workforce
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, and hiring and stuff like that. So it was
That was a really good one that Kayla did, talking about those trends and why they happen.
Mhm.
It's not just. My favorite part was it's not just young people are lazy.
right.
There's more to it than that.
Yeah, I listened to somebody else talk about some of the same stuff that she said about the double hump. How there was people stopped between, what was it, the baby boomers and the whatever, that the birth rates just went
Right,
down,
yeah.
and that's why part of the reason there's not as much people out there
Sure.
to work. So yeah, no, that was interesting for sure. But again, another good educational event that applied pretty much to everybody. It seemed like that was there. Everyone had some input.
You could tell there's a lot of people that are frustrated with,
Yeah, it was funny. It kind of turned into a little bit of a open conversation. But that, I don't know. I think that's kind of good too.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to hear people's opinions and stuff. So, all right, man. We'll definitely appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely, we appreciate
trying to
all
think
your
if we
support.
missed anything. I feel like we kind of covered everything.
January 31st.
That's the main thing here.
It's a free event. Just you can come out. I think it's a cash bar. The food is taken care of. So
that's the other thing that I think is important to mention is all of Local First events are free if you're a member, right?
Yeah, they're all free. The bar's not always free. A lot of times that's cash, but
that's understandable.
Yeah, to show up is free. To eat the food is free, and we usually use we always try and use a local place for the food. It's always great. So
yeah, I know personally. Like, I hate when you pay for a membership, and then you still are paying to go to an event.
Right.
And not only that, you can go to the event if you're not a member if you just pay a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With some
so
groups,
what's the value?
It's like, this is crazy. Well, and then I'm like doing the math, and I'm like, it's cheaper to not join and just pay as a non-member to go to the event.
Just to show up.
It's like kind of crazy. Yeah. So, well, definitely has been awesome working with Local First. I know we've been trying to go above and beyond for you guys to just help the cause in general, and I think it's a good group.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's been it's been 4 months probably since you guys came on.
Yeah, about.
So it's been really good. It's, I think, taking off in the right direction, exactly the way we hoped it would. So we're excited. I think it'll continue to get better.
Yeah. So definitely. Local businesses out there, if you're not already involved, get involved, and let's help keep money local, grow jobs, grow our community, support each other, right?
Website's localfirstspringfield.com. That's something I didn't mention. Perfect. That's how you get to the website.
Localfirstspringfield.com.
You can see all our members on there. You can see what it takes to sign up and get involved.
Awesome. Well, I guess that's it. Anything else you got over there, Ryan? What are you looking at?
Give us the background on Bill.
I want a full profile.
Yeah.
No, definitely check out Local First. Join if you have suggestions or anything you want to see. Do events, suggestions, anything. Definitely open.
Reach out.
Yeah,
we love to hear suggestions.
Perfect. All right, awesome, man. Thanks for coming in, Jake.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.